Anime fans, One Piece fans, what's good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece is what's good. And today I am here to contend that Kaido was not weaker than Kazuki Oden in the flashback. So in the recent flashback that just ended last chapter, we have seen Kazuki Oden do a lot of crazy things. We saw him go up on Kaido and just slice him in a speed blitz. We saw him fight Kaido, and then we seen Kaido use dirty tricks to take Oden out, and we saw that Oden had fought Kaido before, and then Orochi started the fight by blackmailing Oden. So it kind of looked like Kaido was weaker than Oden at the time of the flashback, because Oden, as he was boiling in the pot in his execution, he told Kaido to get stronger as well. So that has a lot of people saying that Oden was stronger than Kaido, and some say anywhere between mid-diffing to low-diffing to high-diffing Kaido, but most people, the general consensus is that Oden was stronger than Kaido, but I am not so sure of that. Although before I get into my points, I just want to say that I am not saying that Kaido was stronger than Oden. By no means was he, that much is clear. I think that they were equal. Like, it's not like Kaido was stronger than Oden, but it's not like Oden was stronger than Kaido either. I think they were like basically the same level, so I'm just gonna get into my reasons right now. So the first thing I'm gonna bring up is the speed blitz, in which Oden completely charged at Kaido and gave him the scar that he still bears today, all in an instant before Kaido was able to react. So the first thing I want to bring up about that is, it's not a clear indicator that Oden is stronger than Kaido, as a lot of people were taking it. So first of all, we've seen that before, when Eichiiro speed blitzed Jack and gave him that cut across the chest that could very well have scarred at this point. We don't know yet because we haven't really seen Jack, but Eichiiro did the same thing to Jack, but that doesn't mean that Jack is weaker than Eichiiro, because Jack squared up and they started fighting on equal terms. Jack hadn't even gone into hybrid form yet, so we can't say that Oden is stronger than Kaido based off of that. That's the next thing I was gonna say. Kaido was in his dragon form, he wasn't in his human or even his hybrid form, and we know the hybrid form is the strongest form, and we can tell that Kaido's weakest form is his dragon form, because Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, was able to speed blitz Kaido in his dragon form. So the fact that Kazuki Oden was able to blitz Kaido in his dragon form isn't a big surprise, so I don't know why everybody's saying that Oden is stronger than Kaido because of that. And I know Oden was able to penetrate Kaido's scales, but like, we already knew he could do that. Like, he was fighting Whitebeard, he made Whitebeard sweat, he clashed with Whitebeard, he's a master swordsman, that means he mastered Ryle. We know he mastered Ryle. Well, I mean advanced Ryle, not just like Ryle, because we know Ryle is just another word for hockey, but like the advanced Ryle that penetrates things. Like, we know Oda mastered that, so I don't know what people are saying, how that's even a clear indicator that Oden is stronger than Kaido. Kaido was in his weakest form, and as I said, we've seen Eichiiro do that, so it's not like that's a whole big thing. It's not as big of a deal as people made it out to be. Kaido was in his dragon form, his slowest form, the form that even Luffy at first hand level was able to blitz. So I also disagree with the fact that Oden, when he made that first pass at Kaido and gave him the scar, when Oden was turning around to come at Kaido again, that he would have cut off Kaido's head. A lot of people are saying that would have been the end of Kaido and he would have taken off Kaido's head at that second pass. No, he wouldn't have. Kaido would have probably squared up, but we know that he used that trick with the shape-shifting old lady to make her look like Momonosuke, where she used the fruit to look like Momonosuke, and then Oden got distracted and Kaido clubbed him over the head. And I know a lot of people are saying that's because Kaido was too scared to fight Oden, because we know that Kaido, he loves fighting one-on-one fights, so that clearly means that Oden was stronger than him. That just means, in my opinion, that Kaido didn't want to take the time for the fight. And don't forget that this is 20 years ago, so the things that are plaguing Kaido right now and making him want to die and do one-on-one fights possibly don't apply to him at that point in time. They definitely could have, and I don't know why Kaido decided to do that or go that route, but it could have been at the time. He wasn't completely obsessed with one-on-one fights, you know what I mean? He's a pirate. Pirates, even if they're strong, that doesn't mean that you want to take all the time to have this big one-on-one fight that he's not even guaranteed of winning. I think that Kaido knew that there was a chance he wouldn't beat Oden, because as I said, I think they're equal, so there's a chance he wouldn't beat Oden, and Kaido might not have been able to fulfill whatever his goal in Wano is. We know part of that goal is to start a big war. So because of that, I think Kaido might have used the short route and just tricked Oden and clubbed him over the head because he didn't want to risk that all going away, because he has a plan he wants to put into action, and Oden had a chance of beating him, and a major chance at that, even if Kaido did have a chance of beating Oden, so he decided to trick Oden. And that's another thing, people often overlook this. I know Oden was distracted, and in anime, a lot of characters, when they get distracted, all their guards are let down, but Kaido was able to one-shot Oden and clubbed him over the head, and I know that could be arguably plot armor, I'm not saying it isn't, but I think that's just something to think about, that Kaido was able to club Oden over the head. Of course, Oden didn't have anything like hockey or any defenses up, but still, Oden wasn't able to tank that, even though I said that could definitely have been plot armor, but that's just something to think about that could be relevant, even if it's not. It definitely could be. The next thing I want to bring up is when Shinobu was recalling what Orochi and Kaido did to Oden and how they blackmailed him. We saw one panel of Oden and Kaido battling, and in that one panel that we saw, they were on equal terms, and I know a lot of people might say that's just one panel, so it doesn't matter, but I think it is an indicator that they are equals in power, and one's not stronger than the other, because that one panel of the fight we saw, however brief it was, the one panel we saw, and Oden was enraged, was that they were on equal terms, you know what I mean? That's not showing that one person was stronger than the other. It's not like the one panel we saw, Kaido had Oden on the back foot, or Oden had Kaido on the back foot. They were on equal terms, and I think that is an indicator that they are both around the same strength. And the other thing I wanted to mention is the fact that we have seen neither of them go all out, flashback or otherwise. What I mean by that is Oden, when he slashed Kaido, he was just getting warmed up. That was like a powerful attack of his, but it's not like that's the strongest thing Oden can do. That's not like it's Oden at his fullest. And as I said, that was Kaido in his weakest form, and we have not seen Kaido in his hybrid form, flashback or otherwise. So Kaido versus Oden at full power would be much different. Like, I mean, hybrid Kaido at full power versus Oden with all his techniques, all his like hockey, everything. We have not seen that, and we don't know what that would look like, so we can't be saying that Oden is stronger than Kaido or Kaido is stronger than Oden. I think all the portrayal that they've had in the flashback is showing them to be equal, not Oden being stronger than Kaido, because of all the reasons I just said. And just to repeat myself, how people are saying Kaido had to trick Oden with Momonosuke, and when Oden was boiling in the pot, Kaido shot him in the head, and like, I know all of that makes Kaido look like a wuss, and Kaido is kind of being cowardly, sort of, but that doesn't make him weak. He was just going the easy way out. I don't think that was much of him being afraid of Oden, as much as being afraid of the time it would take, and the fact that he might lose, because Kaido had a goal in Wano. He still does have a goal in Wano, and the fact that Oden could potentially beat him, it would be a close thing, like a 50-50 chance. I don't think Kaido was willing to take that chance before his plan in Wano went into action, so he used the easy ways to take Oden out instead of fighting him like a man one-on-one. And now I'm not saying that doesn't make Kaido look stupid or kind of take away from what we thought of Kaido. I'm just saying that's how it is. That's what I think Oda was trying to convey with that whole flashback, with that whole scene. And I don't see anything in the flashback to say that Oden was stronger than Kaido, or that Kaido was stronger than Oden. I think it's just kind of show us that they're equal. They were equal in the flashback, and I know Oden told Kaido to get stronger, but I think that was because he was saying because Kaido's going to have to fight Luffy and his allies, the person who will come to Wano in the future. That wasn't saying because you're weaker than me, you won't be able to defeat them. I think he was saying you gotta get stronger if you want to survive, because as strong as you are now, you cannot defeat them, or something to that effect. But that doesn't mean that Oden would have been strong enough to defeat them. That doesn't mean that Oden was stronger than Kaido. He was telling Kaido to get stronger, not to get strong as him. It wasn't like with Mihawk telling Zoro, get strong so you can defeat me. Oden was saying get strong so you can defeat someone else. What does Oden's strength have to play in that? So I have no reason to believe that Oden was stronger than Kaido or Kaido was stronger than Oden. I believe that they were equal. So yeah, those are all my reasons for believing that Kaido was not weaker than Oden in the flashback. I will say I believe that Kaido heeded Oden's advice and probably did get stronger from that point onwards. So current Kaido was probably stronger than Oden was in the flashback and stronger than Kaido was in the flashback. He's probably surpassed that level and is probably stronger now, but I can't say for sure, but most likely he's stronger than he was then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, and only if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more One Piece content, and even share this video if you found it that interesting, and I will see you in the next video.